As I stated earlier, if you have a mask on, we ask that you please lower the mask, pass your lips, speak directly into the microphone. I will start. You will have 3 minutes. Those 3 minutes will start after you state your name and address for the record.
Huntsville needs strong cops, but cops who start at 11 on the asshole dial deeply undermine the credibility of law enforcement. Those cops endanger the lives and property of
Mr.
citizens.
Todd, I'm going to have to rescind your last minute. You know that profanity is not allowed and have to have a level of civility inside of the office.
I respect that.
Thank you so much for your
May I
words.
correct and amend my
No,
words?
sir, because I wouldn't be respectful to anybody else who did it after you. But
I appreciate that.
You were
Thank
fully
you.
understood. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Last thing I want to say is this about this monument downtown on the square. The wording on it says it memorializes the spirit of the Confederacy, and the spirit of the Confederacy is nothing but greed and bigotry. So I think the only proper place to put that monument, to move it to, I think the best place would be in the Huntsville City Sewer, so we're all collectively urinating on it all the time. But otherwise, if you're going to put it...
Mr. Paul, with respect to the civility of the room, again, you're understood, but I'm going to have to rescind your last 2 minutes.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Oh, I
Excuse
know
me,
for
sir.
a fact.
Right now the public hearing is closed.
No, because
sir.
there is power there. I pay
sir,
the utility bill every month, and I got proof with the power's on.
I don't want to have you removed from the council chambers.
Well, I don't want
You
to
had a public
either.
hearing. It is closed. Right now the statements are between the council and the director. As I call your name, if you could please make sure that you state your name and address clearly. You will have 3 minutes. Those will be uninterrupted. If you have any questions, I will take those down directly to be answered. But as I said, you will have 3 uninterrupted minutes. If you have a mask on, please make sure that if you're going to speak to your mask, that you speak directly to the microphone. If you're going to pull your mask down, that the microphone is close to your mouth as well.
All right, thank you for the opportunity to address the City Council. First, I would like to take a moment to read the inscription on the monument that is right outside of our very own courthouse. In memory of the treasonous enemies of democracy and freedom who fell in defense of the principles which gave birth to the cause of the most heinous domestic terrorist, white supremacist hate group in our nation's history known as the Ku Klux Klan. So my question is this evening, Huntsville, who the hell are we?
Sir, I'm going to stop your time and remind you, there's a quorum to this floor.
Okay,
Please make sure you mind your words.
absolutely.
Thank you, sir. And I want to be clear, if I messed up,
Formally resign.
Johnson. Ms. Johnson,
McMurray,
I don't want to bar
and
you
Ms.
in
Robinson.
your statements from the record. If you have any perspective about a city employee, and if I missed this or maybe I heard it incorrectly, you will state that city employee's title and or name, but you will not speak out of that city employee's title and or name. I do not want to bar you from not speaking in this council as I am president, but we will at least give respect. We are here open for your opinions, but we are not here for disrespect.
To our council person, he was their brother, their uncle, their friend. To decreasing the value of humanity is what allowed 100 years of lynching across this country. When we went with Mayor Bowden down to the lynching museum, there was one lynching on the wall where a pregnant woman complains about her husband being lynched. They lynched her. They cut the fetus out of the womb and stepped on it and said, just another dead nigger.
Mr. Johnson, please be mindful of your language from here on.
I was just reading what's on the play.
I
It was
understand,
there.
sir. You have a minute.
I'll do that.
You
I'll
have
do
2
that.
minutes. Thank
I
you,
want
sir.
to apologize to the floor fan.
Once I call your name, you will have 3 minutes. I just want to give quick clarity. There's been many people who've written and to give understanding of a word that I have used many times, and that is decorum. And I would like to read from Section 2-99, Rule 8, Points of Order. This is found online in the city code for city council meetings. The president of the city council shall preserve order and decorum in the transaction of business during each sitting of the council. And I use that word decorum here because for many who have asked, if you are reading from perspectives and sharing and hearing opinions, I want to make sure that you understand this place, we do not allow any political statements of personal political grandeur. We don't allow any words that might be used as offensive or disrespectful. You may in every form and fashion, get out all of your perspectives and opinions, but be in every way objective and prospectively respective to everybody who sits on this dais and anybody else involved in the city or the incident that you're speaking about. It is up to you in every way how you spend your 3 minutes, but I ask that you understand I have the power to ask you to stop, and I don't want to rescind anybody from having the ability to use their liberty here for 3 minutes. So you will have 3 minutes. You will not be interrupted. Make sure that you state your name and address for the record. And if you could, please, if you're wearing a mask, if you have it on and would like to keep it on as you speak loudly and clear into the microphone. And if you pull it down, make sure that you give some distance in between. Thank you.
Bryant Finney, 1306 Randolph Avenue, Southeast.
Welcome.
District 2. Thank you. In memory of the heroes who fell in defense of the principles which gave birth to the Confederate cause, erected
Move yourself.
by the daughters of the Confederacy.
Officer, could you please remove Mr. Finney from the speaker stage? I'm sorry. Sir, you cannot play an audio. You cannot give introduction to any other presentation than your statement. We have individuals who listen and or read the CC. For anybody else who is trying to present your words and your words alone so that the stenographer and the television itself, CC, can have the words on the screen. So you cannot bring any other televisor or any other instrument. Your words and your words alone.
Okay, after the Huntsville police officer told me he was not going to arrest me, he bummed one of my cigarettes, then he put me in handcuffs and took me to jail. I have a court date on October 14th, and I have pled innocent, and I plan on being there at 5 p.m. with my lawyer. So, that being said, okay, don't tell me that police, that there is not police brutality, because I have experienced it firsthand on multiple occasions by the Huntsville police officers. And for you to sit up there and roll your eyes when a citizen says something like that is an absolute disgrace, Miss Robinson. You should pick up your chair and take it out back and throw it over the Big Spring Park Hill.
I'm going to ask you to watch your tone one more time.
I have not used any offensive language.
I didn't say you did.
I do not like being interrupted during my 3 minutes as much as you don't, Mr. Keith.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I have that luxury. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks for your time. I'll be seeing you.
Yes,
You'll
sir.
be seeing me again. I'll be at every city council meeting there is.
Yeah, thank you.
Mayor Battle, you may not remember me, but I remember talking to you at the protest. And I remember asking you a question, and that question was, do you believe that there's police brutality here in Huntsville? And your answer to me was, that doesn't exist. Surprise, I'm here to tell you a quick little story that happened on June 30th. June 30th at approximately 8:45, I was leaving work. I work at Oral Arts Dental Lab. Been working there for quite some time now. I was targeted and harassed by Officer Perry, badge number 15155.
Ma'am, if you could, because if you're having an investigation, we will not allow, and I want to say, I'm going to stop your time. State no names. If there's an investigation, you are not to put any public information out on it, so you can speak to the individual at the moment as officer. No names, no badge numbers. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You have the power to have that statue removed tonight, but continue to sit by like a gutless coward and let a symbol of hate stand.
Make sure, and I'm going to stop your time. No derogatory statements, no emphasis beyond name. You recognize him as a mayor or his name. That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.